All right. This is going to be the first stream that I ever do. So I'm going to. Oh, wait. This is a little confusing. I'm going to mute that because I think I should be able to hear myself via the group Hangout and what I'm saying. I'm going to expand this. And then what's links do? Copy that. And I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to go here, go to my boy, see if this works out. Paste, send it. I'm going to go to my Twitter home, scroll up to here. Ooh, there's a hot chick. Back to almost black. She's got some knockers on her. All right, I'm going to get out of here. What's happening? Paste. Wait. You know what I should be doing? Ooh. Here we go. This is what I'm going to be doing. Copy this link. Send it to here on Twitter and say, yo, what's up? It's the first stream. Come join your boy and chat and hang out and tweet. And now that I'm doing this, we go back to Google Hangouts to where I'm live. And we just kind of go through the day. So right now, room's a mess. I'm not going to lie. I just got a dresser. I'm going to show you guys the dresser off in the corner. Pow. I got a dresser. I'm going to put all of my clothes that are on the floor in the corner into there because those are a bunch of clothes that I don't wear. And I'm trying to sell them. So if anybody wants clothes, just let me know. That'd be sick. And then I got a bunch of stuff on my bed because I just did laundry. So I've never really done this before. So I'm trying not to be awkward, but this is just how it is. So I'm going to talk for a second. What do I talk about? There's nobody in here. I'm going to wait for Trent so we can get this thing popping. Home to Twitter, check a couple of things out. Messages, send him a link. He should be in here, so I think that's the one. Come back to here. I don't know how people do this so fluently, honestly. So, like, I was thinking about this the other day and about how old people are really bad with technology and how they, like, just it's this whole new concept, right? Like, from phones to the internet, all this kind of stuff. And I'm 25 and I don't understand half of this shit. So, like, I was thinking about it and I was like, probably in about 50 years, when I'm 75, there's going to be some crazy shit out there that I can't even understand, right? And my kids are going to, or my grandkids are going to be like, Grandpa Grinder, like, why can't you do this? Like, it's just an inverted amoeba flip, and it's like this crazy thing where it's like in Endgame, where where Tony's like pulling up the thing, and it's all like touchscreen AI stuff, and they're like, "Oh, why can't you do this?" It's just like all you have to do is operate it like this, and I'm gonna be like, "What are you youngins talking about? This is insane." So I'm just kind of waiting on that. I got some pups in here. Ooh, there's one watching now. Hello. How are you? I don't know who the person is, but appreciate you for sliding through. I don't know if actually, know what? Can I invite him from here? Add people to the call. Ooh. Wait, do I send the link? Did I send the link via Twitter? I think I sent the right link via Twitter to Trent, so he should be coming in. But yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was like, old people must have it hard, like right now, when they're just going through everything, and they're like, oh, what's this touch screen? Like, what do I do here? And then they're in like the middle of a transaction, like a Fred Myers or a Walmart or whatever. And they're like, oh, okay, so it says card. Should I put my card in now or should I wait for my card in there? And so technology is just one crazy fucking avenue right now, honestly. I can't wait for it to get really, really insane. If you're in here, say something in the chat. Let's go here. If I'm still on all caps mode. If you're in here, let's say hello, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm talking to myself in the chat. I'm talking to myself on the camera. How do I my microphone? So that's not the button. My bandwidth is good. The video is on. This is just such a crazy concept to me that people can hang out over the internet, like people that you've never met before, right? Like, let's give an example. Tinder, right? Dating websites, all that kind of stuff. You literally are putting yourself out on the internet, and there's thousands, if not millions, of other people too putting themselves out on the internet, whether they're catfishing or not, or being completely honest. And they straight up are like, this is me. My name is Megan. I like to go hiking. I like to go swimming. I like to go do adventure stuff, but I'd also like to drink a beer with you and your boys. And then you meet up, and it's either she's actually her or she's a dude, right? Like, it's fucked. And so it's like this whole thing, the internet, it's just this vast space where you can do wherever you want, right? And like Twitter, you meet people through Twitter. Like I met Trent, I met Brago, I met Tritz. I met him through like YouTube, really. And then I started following him on Twitter and like asking him questions here and there. But it's like, it's literally, if you think about it, these total strangers out in the world that you somehow vibe with because you have this underlying connection of something. So like me and Trent, it's like fitness and is that him? Be there in 5. Ooh, my man's. It's like, so like fitness, One Piece, like anime, stuff like that. Like Brago, anime, life. He's a way cool dude. Dritz, we're both like super, I don't know, like I'm not as analytical as him, but like you meet all these people through like these different platforms, and it's so sick to see like people come together and all this technology that's bringing people together and like how they can actually do it. And I'm still lost because I'm new to YouTube, been doing it for like 4 months now, and I didn't even know that, like, well, I knew that like live streaming was a thing, but I didn't know how complicated it was. So like that's something that's sick. What else is there to do? There's one person watching right now. If it's Southey and he's laughing at me, I appreciate you. And if it's Jay and he's showing this to somebody about how awful and terrible I am, you're still my dog. If it's Eric, I appreciate you. Sip your Ronas. Make sure Eli's doing okay. If it's Jordan, oh, can I post this to Instagram? Like, can I post the link and then people copy the link? I wonder if I could do that. Let's see if I can do that real quick. This is going to be one tough cookie to start getting good at this too, because like I'm not even that good at making videos. I spent probably like 2 hours making a video, and I'm like, okay, I'm not the greatest, or I can't speak the greatest of what's on my mind, so I'm going to try and portray it as organically as I can, as fluently as I can. But like my editing skills are shit. I'm not going to lie. Let's see this. Let's do a caption. Let's go here. First live stream. Slide through. Exit. And then I'm going to go here. And then how do I paste from here? Can I do that? I don't know how to do that. First live stream, slide through. That's it. Okay. Sending that one up to the gram. What else we got going on? Who's this one person? Where'd you come from? Tell me your life story. It's also another interesting about life, right? Is we all go through these different avenues, and we all go on these different paths, and we all end up at the same place. It's a grave. Don't get me wrong, but we have all these different stories. Ooh, okay, that's loud. I'm gonna turn myself off again. But like there's so many differentiating experiences you could have. Like you could grow up poor and become rich. You can grow up poor and just be absolutely poor for the rest of your life. You could grow up rich and become poor. You can grow up rich and be like a total shithead. You can be the most humble person in the world. And so like one of the coolest things about, I wanted to get a degree in psychology when I was younger just for like these purposes of like answering questions and asking the right questions about how people can be who they are and who they want to be. It's just like it's literally the old time question of nature versus nurture. Like, where did you grow up and how did you grow up? How did these things affect you like during your teen years? Like, what did you do during your teen years? Like, what was like the mental capacity that you had during those years? Like, what shapes you? Did your hardships come in the smells like burnt candles? That's not good. Um, Back to psychology and like how people really is there like this neurological neurological set of what would you call them chemical reactions, neurological reactions, like how the brain morphs itself right during trauma or during joy or during hardship or during like relatively easy moments of your life. Like what is the actual kind of biological reaction that's happening in your brain to turn you into the person that you are? Because like if we just go through my life, like I had a pretty normal life, right? Like great dad, great mom, like way chill. Like my brother Ranger, he's one of the smartest people that I know now. Dumb as shit in high school. Shout outs to him. I love him to death. But it's like we didn't grow up in poverty. There was a few spots in my life where like we were broke and like we really couldn't afford anything, let alone nice things. And then there's been times where like we have fucking money out the ass and we can do whatever we wanted, right? Like went to a normal high school, kind of like a redneck community or a redneck county. So like me growing up, I was emo from I don't know, like seventh grade through like freshman year. For Lent, because I used to be a Christian during sophomore year, I gave up skinny jeans and then now I wear them again because I'm like, what the fuck? It's skinny jeans. Why would I give that up? And then like I played soccer my whole entire life. When I was super young, I did karate, I did gymnastics, I danced, soccer, like baseball for 2 years, and I sucked at it. I used to dirt bike, like skateboarding, snowboarding, all this kind of stuff. Same thing with my brother. He basically did like all the same shit that I did. And like I went through like this hardcore drug phase, and I don't know where it came from. Just probably like never doing them before, and like everyone does them, but it's like what biologically goes on in your brain to where you're like, I want to get fucked up and do hella cocaine and Molly and stuff, and like just blitz through your life, going to bars every week and all that kind of stuff. Like what happens? Like, is it because you see it on TV, you see it in rap videos, you see it in like hardcore videos, like you see it like just around the block, like, and you're like, oh, I'm intrigued because I don't know what it is, and your brain just kind of connects the dots and saying like, oh, you don't know what it is, go figure it out. And then there's the people like who live like me or had the same upbringing as me, and it was like a normal life, and then they get into drugs and they never get out of drugs because yeah, drugs are addicting as shit. Like I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've done since I'm like 21. I haven't really done drugs. Like had a bad phase like 18, 19, sobered up a little bit, and then like did a couple like here and there, but I haven't really like Matt Jensen. Plot your story, Matt. It's one of my boys from high school, best friend in high school. Matt, if you ever see this, much love. I like your kid. And have a wonderful life. I wish nothing but the best for you. And it's like, yeah, these drugs can be addicting, and then that's what fucks up your brain and like alters your mind to do all this kind of stuff. But it's like, how do people get from point A to point B from being like super high on top of the world to the absolute lowest of low? And so I'm still in school right now, so I'm going to school to be a doctor, but I don't really care that much about psychology. It's still a fun thing to think about and like learn like all the different stuff. And I mean, like psychology is a little part of becoming a doctor because you deal with patients and like you deal with more like the biological and physiological effects of their injuries or what's happening and stuff like that. But there's like a little bit of psyche that goes with it because like you can't really give somebody willpower. That's something that comes from themselves, right? But you could give them like the tools to start like learning about willpower and like bringing it back. So like if you, let's just take like a common injury. So if you have like a torn ACL and you're like, I want to like just ruin my life because I can't do this anymore. And then like you go to a doctor, you get your surgery, and then, oh, we got 3 viewers now. Hangouts link. Paste. Is that the one? If that's not the one. If that's not the one, give me a sec. Oh, it's me. It's my boy Matt. He's in here. What's up, Matt? He's living life. Let me hold up, Trent. One sec. Add, invite people. Do I do it via invite? No. How did I do it? Oh no, shit. Did not mean to do that. Get out of there. Copy. And where is Trent at? Just copy the link. Got it. Paste. Send. That should be the one. Miss you, Dad. Miss you too, Matt. Like I said, dude, it's crazy that you have a kid. Always knew that you'd have a kid before me. Some wild shit. But I'm glad. You're a good dad. Keep it up. I'll come out the second visit. Who's the other one then? I got Trent in here. I got Matt in here. Do I count? Oh, was I streaming to myself? What the fuck? That's sick. I think I was streaming to myself and I was the one live viewer, and then Matt came in. And then Trent came in. Let's see if he got it. Either in 5. I'm gonna come back to here. Close that. I think that worked. Not sure. Does that take you to it? Yeah, that takes you right to it. I think that's the one. That's the number. Should be able to, because I only muted myself on YouTube because I was hearing the playback from my video. So I'm going to go back here for a second. I didn't realize that live streams have a delay. Well, I mean, I knew they had a delay, but not like a delay. Thank fuck. Messages. Okay. Ooh, somebody liked it. Appreciate you, Matt. Where's Ranger, though? Ranger is at his buddy's house right now, filming some video. I don't know what he's filming, though. Mute myself again on there. So I should be able to Attack on Titan manga hiatus. Thank the heavens above that I have Amazon Prime and can watch it the second I wake up. That's probably Kimetsu. Kimetsu's dope. Oh, Trent.
What up, bro?
What's up, dude?
You can hear me?
Yeah.
What you talking about? What's going on?
I'm going through life stuff. I was figuring out. Matt's in here too?
Yo!
It's my boy. I didn't know you could join here too. You got to set up? Oh, almost spilled a drink. Matt? Hello?
Hey.
Okay, got you.
What's up, brother?
So Trent, long story short, Matt was my best friend in high school, and we hung out 24/7, and now he's here.
That's what's up. What up, Matt?
Matt, long story short, Trent is a dude I met through the internet who shares a love and interest for a manga or a couple of mangas and animes, and he works out, and he's a champion in the gym, and he gets shit done.
Like it.
So you said you was talking life shit?
Yeah, so like
I'm gonna work in fucking Ohio, son.
Do you?
Well, I travel a lot.
You still with PG&E?
Sort of. We're a contractor for PG&E. But now I'm doing a contract for a company that's called AP, and they're in 11 states on the East Coast.
Oh.
But I only do like a 1 week stint because I got the kid at home.
Okay, I feel that. But yeah, back to Trent. So this whole so I was talking about it earlier. I don't know if you caught this part or not, but I was talking about how like old people must be so confused, or like select old people, right? Must be so confused about technology because in their day and time they didn't have any of this.
Right.
And they're like an example I gave was like, you know how you go to like the local Walmart or grocery store or whatever, and then there's that pin pad, and you basically like you go and you like access your card and stuff like that, and then like you have options for coupons, and like how some people must be so confused about like where I plug this in, where I plug that in. And I was like, oh fuck, that's me right now with this live streaming stuff, because I haven't done YouTube for longer than 6 months. So I was like, this is going to be insane in 70 years where they have the stuff from like Endgame.
Yeah.
And it's like the Tony, like, you know how he's interacting with Jarvis and the AI, and he's like, oh, invert the Mobius strip, this, that, and the other thing, and he figures out time travel.
Yeah.
I'm like, legit, my grandkids are going to be doing that.
I don't know about you talking about, I don't know about the time travel.
I didn't see
No, I
that
don't know about
shit.
the time travel stuff, but like, you know, like there's a huge possibility of like that AI interface being able to be like utilized, because it'll probably be made by then, to where like everything is not touch screen, it's like touch light. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, like kind of like a pull-out screen with like Google Glass or something like that.
Yeah, and like I was like, the technology that's going to come if the Earth survives long enough, right? Like if we don't destroy it and we start cleaning up our oceans and stuff, and we make it past like global warming, like the technology that's
I
going
don't
to
know
come.
about that, mate.
You said the technology is going to come what?
Like super like crazy. Like don't get me wrong, like I'm all about the environment and stuff, and I do my part, but like we got to save the planet for this type of stuff to like actually happen.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's that. But let's go. So I wrote down a couple of things because I figured off the top of my head I won't be able to talk about everything I want to talk about because I ramble a ton.
Right. Me too.
But like from my, just because I watched a ton of your videos and like all the Monday motivational stuff.
Yeah. Thanks, bro.
I got you. You got some like literally, dude. I can't stress it enough. Like you're the man. So if you see me just like jocking you like on Twitter and everything, like it's from like pure admiration.
What's your YouTube name then, Trent?
Trent Money. If you just click
Fraz says you're so good.
if you just click my name on like in the the little chat, it should pull up my channel.
Yeah. Trent gets after it.
Not for real, bro. I just be in there. I'd be like, you know, same shit that you be doing, bro. I just be getting on there just like basically rambling, you know?
Yeah. How do you like when you're like reading or like watching something? I know this doesn't apply for live or like live reactions and stuff, because live reactions is just pure emotion reading through something. But like if you talk about a topic, like how long does it take you to think about that topic before you put it out?
I'm kind of like it really depends on what we like talking about. Like, okay, so like that One Piece video that I just put out,
the reacting to Tekkings.
Yeah. I watched the video like a day or a day and a half before, and I was like, I kind of want to continue to talk about this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just had the time.
Okay.
I just, you know,
For someone who hasn't watched One Piece, is it worth starting at this point?
Yes.
100%.
100%.
Like at episode 1 or what?
Yeah.
Do you read
Really?
manga?
So what I would do and like how I recommend it is it's crazy because it's like every episode is 20 minutes approximately, right? And there's what 895 now, something like that. If it depends on like what I usually ask is if somebody says like I read faster and I enjoy reading more, or I watch and I can enjoy reading it. Yeah, Matt reads a ton. It's like if you can get through it, I would say read it. But if you want to watch it and enjoy the visuals, even though it like just because it's been around for 20 years and the visuals weren't as great 20 years ago, like if you want to watch it, but it's always like worth starting.
Now they do also have the
OVAs.
Yeah, for the first couple arcs, they have that like compilation special, the episodes of whatever. So it's like a 40-minute like summary of like the first like 3 arcs, which is gonna save you probably around like
a couple hours.
episodes. something like that. I think.
Do you know what that's called?
Um,
My notes here.
episode of the East Blue. I'm gonna Google it too.
East Blue. That's what.
Yeah.
One Piece episode of East Blue.
And then there's what's after East Blue? What is that? Skypiea?
I think it's Alabasta.
Yeah. So I think Alabasta has one.
Well, I'm super into JRPGs, but I've never really gotten into the anime side.
Yeah. I feel it. Like it's always been something that. So I grew up
I remember you watching that bullshit. All of you.
You don't watch anime at all? You don't watch anime at all, Matthew?
No, not really. I mean, not that I don't dislike it. Like, I don't dislike it or anything.
If you were to get
the only
into
one
it,
I watched was Attack on Titan.
Yeah, One Piece is not the one to get into, I would say. To try.
Yeah, that's true too.
I
would say like Full Metal.
Oh yeah, thank you, my friend. Yes, go ahead, continue to preach the good gospel.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist.
I've seen some of that at fucking in high school.
Yeah. Only watched Brotherhood.
Yeah, Brotherhood's the one that continues along the storyline of the actual manga, and so that's like usually one that I recommend. Like Cowboy Bebop.
I've watched Cowboy Bebop.
That's a sick one. Like usually the ones that are like have a pretty progressive story and are less than 60 episodes, like those are usually the ones that like I recommend for people to get started on. Like Gurren Lagann, that's another good one. What's old time?
Well, I spend a lot of time traveling now, so I spend like probably 40% of my life in hotels.
Yeah, so you got time.
Yeah, I got mad time to watch bullshit.
What's another one?
Death Note, great.
Death Note,
I've been on the book grind.
Yeah, I feel that. What's you reading lately?
I just finished all of the Witcher books.
Oh, okay.
Super good.
Good. No, go ahead, bro. My bad.
Now I'm rereading Dark Tower right now, but that's just because I'm a Stephen King bitch.
Yeah.
Solo Leveling is a good
like a webtoon, like a mix.
Yeah.
Solo tune.
Solo leveling.
If you're a reader, you'll probably breeze. You'll probably catch up in like a
day.
Couple days. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones I've watched are Attack on Titan, Death Note, a little. I mean, I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, that counts. Sounds like the grandfather.
Dragon Ball Z, but mostly Death Note was my favorite of the
Death Note
animes I've watched.
Starting out.
I would say,
Not that Netflix bullshit. The original Death Note
adaptation.
Yeah, no, the Japanese Death Note. Fuck that other bullshit.
For back to like just topic at hand real quick for Trent, really like, so my biggest thing like when it comes to the gym is, you know how on Instagram you have like all of the super like stacked people and like they worked like super hard even if they are on something or if they're not on something, like you ever seen those dudes?
Yeah, my homeboy RJ is competing right now for his pro card tonight.
Is that the one that you posted on Instagram?
Yeah,
that dude's jacked.
Yeah, and bro, he got crazy genetics because he's up there in the NPC, so they don't test in that. Bracket, but he's natural. No,
that's sick. 'Cause I saw your retweet too, and he said, "What he said? I showed up when there were some grown ass men here today."
Oh yeah. Oh no, that one's not my. The one I put on Instagram is my friend, but the other one I follow that guy on YouTube.
Okay.
He makes like belts and clothes and shit, so he's pretty dope. But he's actually
Rangers blowing my mind.
Rangers. So I have my younger brother Ranger. He's a master trainer for 24-hour fitness. He has, I think, like 8 different certifications he's gotten over the last 2 years, and he's going to school for bioengineering. And he's got some crazy knowledge, but he's also like, he gets kind of stuck in his ways, right? So like he'll read something. So Paul Chek, the holistic life coach.
Yeah.
Like the OG, he like worships Paul Chek, and like Paul Chek has amazing things to say. Don't get me wrong, but like if anybody says anything like that goes against Paul Chek with like backed up science and research, he's like, no, that's not it. That's Paul Chek. So he's super smart.
What I think about when I see Ranger posting fucking ripped ass videos is I'm like, man, I remember when this bitch complained that me and Ras were making fun of him on a fucking trampoline.
I used to bully him a little bit growing up, which is like now we're living together, and so like we've gone past it, and like he's one of my best friends because he is my brother. But it's like I was looking back at it on the other day and talking to him with it, and I kind of put him through the ringer.
Oh man, he used to put us through some shit.
So like Trent, what do like? So you seem like because you get on other people's asses, right? And you're like, listen, if you want me to call you a bitch, I'll call you a bitch. But like, you have to get this internal kind of like motivation from yourself at some point. Like, where does yours really come from? Because that's what I've been wanting to know for a long time.
That's deep, B. I don't know, bro. Kind of also you gotta realizing really where you're a bitch at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just kind of trying to overcome your own bitch assness in certain scenarios. You know?
Yeah. No, I feel that because like for the last, I want to say probably like 2 years, I've been like off and on with fitness. So like the heaviest I ever been was like 160, 165. Now I'm floating around like 150, 153 again. All-time squat was 295. It was a mental thing to break 300. All-time deadlift was like 365. And then all-time bench was like 170 because I never hit bench. I was just trying to like, I was doing CrossFit and trying to hit all legs.
Yeah.
And then like my internal motivation during like that point was like, I want to beat my friends in these workouts. Like I want to do better for myself in this aspect. But then like school hit and then like life hit and I was working like 60 hours a week, going to school for 40 hours a week. And I lost like all of that. And then I realized like as soon as I moved up to Oregon, I was like, you know what? Like that's going to happen again. This is just life because like if I'm going to be in school for the next 8 years or so to get my PhD. And then if I'm going to like work full time until then, so I can make money to actually like live my life instead of having to like sit inside my room all day and be like, oh, poor me, I can't do anything. I was like, that like on and off relationship has to stop with like everything that I do. So like if I'm in something, like I'm supposed to be in there. And so like it showed through my YouTube videos for a little bit because like I would post like live reactions and reviews, and then I was like, I don't know what I want to talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then so I start like watching more and more people. Like that's how I got onto you. Like that's how I got onto Braga a little while ago. Like you just start seeing like more and more, and you're like, oh, they're doing it. Like they're consistently putting out like a bunch of shit. Like I could be doing this too. So it's like that's where I found my balance really.
Yeah, that's for sure. I pretty much take the same kind of inspiration and just kind of seeing the consistency about like, you know, Brago got 2 channels, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That both do well as far as, and you know, that they consistently is keeping up with, and of course, you know, real life and stuff. And even then, like, I do the same thing you do as far as like, you know, I'll post a reaction or a review, to, like one, like, you know, a manga related.
Yeah.
I won't do it for a while. You know what I mean? Just because, you know, for a while I'd make the excuse like, fuck it. I'm just like, it's, you know, the mugs drop at like 2 a.m. Everybody has theirs out by fucking
4.
Yeah. You know, and if I was up, I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just read it on my phone and maybe hop in somebody else's stream and just kind of chat about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still really haven't found my groove of what I want to do. But I really think that like, I don't know, the odds of all of us kind of like making it off of YouTube or whatever the fuck is low. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
But the fact that like, you know, I just think that it helps regardless to do it or just take a shot, you know, because even if it doesn't like, even if you're not doing it, you know, or making it via that, it could still be some type of window opportunity or like some type of subsequent fucking, you know, or, you know, I guess complimentary income, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because I was looking at like the monetization stuff on YouTube, and it's like 1,000 subscribers or 20 or 2,000 minutes of videos, right? And I was thinking to myself the other day, I was like, okay, I'm not going to blow up for a long time. Like I'm being realistic with myself. I started, like I said, like 4 months ago, and I had my channel from when I had like put out a couple snowboarding videos, and I was like, okay, like just give it time. It's cool. Like if we hit 50 by end of summer, like that's a goal. If we hit 100 by the end of the year, that's a goal. Like I don't expect like this exponential growth because I'm like, everyone says like they're not in it for the money at first, right? And then like if you blow up, it's like the money is a cool thing, right? But like if you look at Braga, like he's making a couple like couple extra bucks, like through live chats, through like donations, just through like ad revenue, through like all that kind of stuff. And it's like, that's nice. And like, I know that's not his goal too, just for this. And it's like, it's not my goal either. It's just like, I see it like how you see it is there's this platform that we have where, like, I was talking about it earlier too, the internet again. It's like you meet random strangers through the internet, and like this common denominator is basically the same kind of interest that everybody has, and you get together and you talk about it. And so like that is what I'm starting to see, like by like intently watching videos. I'm starting to see like everybody's like, I really enjoy this shit, so I just want to talk about it. Extra money's nice, don't get me wrong, but like I have ideas. They might like bounce off of some people might take them in, some people might like completely reject them, but that's why I like got into it
on the monetization, basically.
Yeah, and you know, like you said, it just kind of does, you know, it complements your life in just other ways. Like, you know, I went with Brago and them, you know, on the trip basically 2 years in a row. So you know, you just meet like, you know, just meet people that you end up being, you know, homies with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like us, you know, we met on the internet type shit. You know what I'm saying? So
it's just chatting and kicking it up here and there, and it's like it's this crazy thing, and you're like, holy fuck, I'm literally one person in like 7.5 billion.
Yeah. It's because I feel like kind of like to what you were saying before, like older people, they don't have that they didn't have like that like ability like when they were like, you know, middle like younger adults, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, like their networking wasn't so vast. Like their networking was literally like going out to a bar, going out to the rodeo, going out to the park. It's like it's so easy for people to connect now.
For real, you were just like, you know, you fuck with the people that you worked with and you went home, you know?
Yeah, that's like that's got to be so shitty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I think that kind of complements that as well.
Yeah, that's like I just like I said, it's like everybody wants, or I didn't really say this, but like everybody wants reciprocated attention, right? Like you want your ideas to like resonate with somebody, like you want your ideals to like hit home with somebody. And it's like, you're not going to reach everybody, but you can reach so much more people now because of this thing, like the internet. Like you got YouTube, you got Twitter, you got Instagram, you got Twitch, you got Tinder, you got Bumble, like anything, right? Like I shoot my shot in Tinder all the time saying like, hey, I do YouTube, you should follow me. And I like never get replies, but I'm still shooting my shot. You know what I mean? It's like you wherever you can network yourself, it's so much more easily accessible now than it was back in the day.
That's a new one, bro. That's hilarious.
I'm like, hey, you ever read One Piece? You should come check out my review, even though you're 900 chapters behind.
Got a fat ass? Yeah, you like One Piece.
It's like, it's just the more like I live everyday, like day-to-day life, and I'm like, I could have done this, I could have done that. Like it gets to a point where it's like, why keep thinking about what you could have done? Like just do it. And so like the start of my YouTube channel has like helped a ton too, because naturally I'm a little introverted. Like I have my extroverted side where I can go out. Yeah, like I can go out and like I could put on a show and I can like be who I want to be, because that is also a part of me. But like when I come home, like I chalk it up with like my roommates, and then like we all go to bed, and then I like sit in my room for a couple hours, play some games with the boys, like just like chill, you know what I mean? And then it's like when I go into work, like I have to put on that like extroverted face again. So it's like it's one of those weird things that you got to balance. But like YouTube's really brought out like I can do this. If I can sit in front of a camera and talk to strangers, like why can't I talk to somebody face to face?
Exactly.
How'd your parents take you leaving?
They were like, how do I explain it? They were
well, specifically, how did Jim take you guys both leaving?
He was more mad at the fact that I wasn't around the property to help him out anymore. So Jim's my dad, Cheryl's my mom. I refer to them as Jim and Cheryl. I don't know why. I've just been doing it for a long time. So there's that.
Maybe because of how they treated you.
like retrospect, they really weren't that bad, but they were kind of like bad at the same time. Does that make sense?
I don't think they were bad. I think that their expectations were bad, but they didn't treat you badly, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they
took care of you and did great, but also they kind of like had some real high expectations for you.
Yeah, so you remember in like first grade where you had to do the times tables?
Yeah.
So like first grade, right? I was blowing through these times tables, doing them in like under 30 seconds. And for some reason that translated into like, you're the smartest kid ever. If you get anything less than a 4.8, like you're getting disowned. That was like the
bro,
expectations in my
you're
house.
fucking smart. You know that.
Like I got a brain on me, but it's only for things that I like now.
Exactly.
And it's like I think that's it with everybody too.
Yeah.
I think it's hard for parents sometimes to understand the motivation change between generations.
Yeah. So like my dad was a firefighter and an engineer, and he worked for this car engineering plant, and he was like the head engineer for car designs and all this kind of stuff for like 20 years. Then he was a firefighter, and then now he works for who does he work for? The Lawrence Livermore Lab down in California. It's like a government lab. So like he's like a super like analytical math, like this is how it is, like here's A, here's B, and here's how you get from here to here. And he doesn't really have a creative side. And then my mom, I love her to death. Not the brightest, but she like loves what she does. So she's learning in that aspect. So she's a vet now. She just took her veterinary test and she just became a vet. So I'm super proud of her.
What about are they still doing the religion thing?
No, I don't think so anymore. But she was like super religious with me growing up. So like I went to church like every single Sunday, and like Matt and I were in this youth group together. And
Where are you at with that now?
I'm like more Buddhist more than anything. I meditate a lot.
I feel more atheist than anything.
Really?
Because of Sierra Bible.
Yeah, I mean, like retrospectively, looking back on that whole entire environment, it's not the best church to go up to. But
Any
now,
church, I feel like isn't.
it's like for me now, it's like if you want to proclaim whatever religion you are, like go for it, like chat it up, but like also respect the opinions of other religions, and that's just like the human being thing. So like I don't go around being like y'all should shave your heads and become totally Buddhist, because I'm not totally Buddhist. I just take like from their teachings a little bit more, because that's more from like a humanistic approach.
Well, Buddhist is a little less religious and a little more moral, right?
Yeah.
Or am I not remembering that right?
No, yeah, that's basically how it is. But it's like I just do like if I'm having like a super tough day, like let's say I work a double and I leave the house at 7 a.m. and I get back at 11 p.m. instead of like going straight to bed and like just trying to sleep it off, and I'm like had just a shit day, like I'll go in my closet, turn off the lights, and then just sit there for like 10 minutes. It's not meditating 10 out of the 10 minutes, but it's meditating for like 6 out of it, and just like getting your mind set and focused and like
where are you working
back on the day. I work at a German restaurant, and then I work at a gym.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
the same gym as Ranger?
Yeah. So he trains, and then I'm just front desk.
Okay.
How many hours a week you normally working?
Right now at Gustav's, I average probably like 35, 40, but I'm not considered full-time. It's also because I'm picking up a ton of shifts. And then my first day at the gym was yesterday, and I worked from 7 to 4. And so my schedule for the gym is going to be Wednesday, Thursdays, 4 to 10, I think. So somewhere around like 52 hours a week, 55 hours a week.
I'm on a salary job, so I'm basically however many hours are needed. I could range between 32 and 60.
Yeah, that's tough.
But they pay me enough for it to be worth it. They make me travel all around and shit.
Yeah, travel time and all that.
Yeah, I get travel time, and then I get per diem, which is like a certain amount of money per day to pay for my food and housing and shit.
Expensive and all that. Trent, you still training?
It sucks though because I miss my kid. No, I've been in this job for 2 years now. I'm actually, to be honest, they're paying me pretty fucking good now. It's pretty worth it.
Wait for the come up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got a degree finally.
Did you? Are you still doing the musical degree, or did you do something
Computer
else?
science. I miss the music, man, real fucking bad. I miss it so bad.
What did we? Sorry, try and go.
I was just asking what he was doing with the music. What kind?
I did a little bit of everything. I was guitar, saxophone, piano, drums. I got signed to a label for a bit for dubstep, but I got burnt down on it real quick because it's not really my style of music. But my main thing is singing, but I don't get to do it anymore.
Okay.
Brass might remember.
Dude, it's
I used to get to do some fun shit.
What was your oh god, what was your name?
Here, hold on, I'll find it. I'll find the SoundCloud and I'll link it in here. I'm gonna hang it.
Trent, you only doing the training job, or did you pick up something else? I thought I saw that.
Yeah, I'm only doing.
Let me go find.
house for a little bit. I was doing a little bit of overnights, but that was only gonna last for so long. But
Was it Trent Money? Was the YouTube channel?
yes, sir.
Do you train or do you work at Jungerman or do you work at a different gym?
I work at that one.
Oh, okay. How sick is it over there? It looks nice.
It's pretty decent. You know, it's a commercial gym.
Gotcha.
It is what it is.
Look, if either of you want to come to Ohio and look at trees, I've got you a job right now.
And look at trees.
Yeah, I work for a company that does like civil construction. And right now, we just got a job for a utility company on the East Coast in 11 states to inspect trees and fucking cut them. It's not that hard, though. I mean, you just got to go out there and know species and shit. We pay pretty good. I linked that old fucking SoundCloud in the chat, Brass.
Did you?
Yeah, I just put it in the Hangout chat. It's got the last post I made was fucking 6 years ago.
I feel that. Also, Trent, if you ever want to hear the worst music of your life, look up Chicken Soda on SoundCloud.
No, if he wants to really find what was our old album called?
Oh no. Please don't bring that up.
We find it.
We had this crazy, crazy album way back in the day, 8th grade, super emo phase. It was sick.
I don't know if I can even find it.
Side note too, just for like a couple of things that I jotted down. Trent and Matt now, so we're all grown up. So Matt has a kid, Trent has a kid. You both have kids. I don't have a kid, right?
Shit. How old's your kid, Trent?
I got a daughter that's almost 2, and I got a son that's 6 months.
Okay, you got 2.
I've got a 2-year-old son, and then I've got another one on the way.
Oh, do you?
Hell yeah!
Shit, congrats. Didn't know that.
So, I love being a dad, man.
So for like, because I was so like, long story short, like I'm not trying to get a girl pregnant, and like I'm not trying to will that into the universe right now because I have so much shit going on, right? But like,
makes sense.
how do you keep your adult circle in a sense good enough for it to be like around your children? Is like
I did it.
Is what I'm questioning.
I did it. I stopped talking to like all my friends.
Really?
I'm trying to make an effort now to reach back out because that first year or 2 is really brutal. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to connect with people who haven't been through it because it's like you're getting up all the time with your kid and the perspective swap. I mean, Trent can probably speak to this. When you have a kid, like that moment is an insane fucking perspective change.
Yeah, bro,
Just in like, here's my responsibilities, like here's what I care about. It's such a different change. Like it's hard to understand unless you have
a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so much different.
How old are you, Matt?
I'm 25.
Okay, yeah. And how old are you again, Raz?
I'm 25 too.
Okay, so I mean, I guess I'm just barely older. I would just kind of say at this point, though, you know, I'm not out of school and stuff, so the people that I pretty much fuck with are people that I basically consider like family. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
And when I do see them, I would probably say more times than not, I'm seeing them like alone. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have my kids. Like so, if I'm like, you know, it'd be like a night where I'll be able to go out and go, hang out with the homies or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you got it kind of like blocked out. So it's like you have like your set time and like nobody's gonna mess with that time for like daughter and son, right? And then like you work around that, and like if you do get that Friday night to go out, it's like they got a babysitter or they're with a grandma, like something like that, and then like you go hang out with the boys.
Yeah. I don't live with my baby mama, so
yeah.
Basically, yeah, it's I guess even more, a lot of time than somebody that I guess would. I don't know if Matt, if you live with your kid full time or whatever, but
yeah, I do. I'm still with the mom.
So yeah, at that point,
yeah, we're married.
Yeah, at that point, it's a little. I would say it's probably even a little bit more easier on my part than you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, because you're just like you don't have to worry about like not saying it in like a negative light, but it's like, you know, like just how humans interact. And it's like, you know, that person's not you. So you don't know fully exactly what they're going to do. And like, I'm not like, again, I'm not saying it's in a bad light, but like in a sense, being like a single parent, it's like, you know, that it's like, it's just you with the kid. Like, you know, that like no other like influence is going to be a part of it. But then there's like the other side too, where you have like both the parental units with the kids and stuff like that. So I feel both.
Yeah, and like anybody like that, I would like trust anybody that I hang out with now. I would pretty much trust with my kid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's like you just built you.
Go ahead, bro. My bad.
No, you're good. It's like you build. It's like you build kind of like your rapport and your existence around the kids, and it's like, do I want to be around this person if I can't have them around my kid?
Right. Yeah.
That's wild.
At that point,
sorry, go ahead.
So I wouldn't fuck with nobody if I wouldn't fuck. Like if you like, that's just the basis. Probably like at that point, you have the kid. You're like, you know, kind of like you said. It's just at that point, it's a minimum standard. Like you should probably already only fuck with people that you would like trust around your family type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, totally. Yeah. I feel that.
That's like,
no, I just got lucky with the woman that I had kids with, and she's basically me with a vagina. So it's we worked out great. You know, we got married. She handles it while I'm gone. It's good.
That's we're good, but like, it's more me really. Just as far as just like the whole like ready situation, you know. So it's not on bad terms or anything. So I pretty much we just pretty much work it out however we need to, like day by day, you know. So no, like it's like no court, nothing like that. It's just kind of
it's mutual.
Yeah. So it's
all that kid's gonna care about eventually is that you are there.
Yeah, you know,
that's all that matters, man. As long as you're paying attention.
Yeah, that's really there, but also like it kind of like tears me apart, kind of, because it's like.
Oh, I get that. Yeah, any second away fucking hurts, huh?
Yeah, you don't really want to like. I don't necessarily want to like live apart from my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Type shit, but like.
Yeah, you don't really understand best friends until you have kids.
Yeah, you know, for real.
Yeah, that's a wild thing. That's like, glad you joined, Matt, because I forgot that you were a dad.
Yeah, no, I've been trying to watch you a little more. I miss you, man.
Appreciate it. Miss you too. Trust the boy too. Watch him. He's got more. He's got more insight.
I subbed. I just
appreciate it, bro.
The timeline for me watching anime is difficult. I work like 60 hours a week.
No,
and then the league came out with Team Fight Tactics, and I've been bad hooked.
Yeah, it's pretty slim on mine end as well, but you know, I probably squeeze in a couple episodes of shit a week, but you know.
Yeah, like another new one to start too, because it's relatively new, is Kimetsu no Yaiba.
I've made a note page here for just animes. So far I've got East Blue, Alabasta, Full Metal Alchemist, which I've heard of before, Garant, Deathblind, and Solo Leveling.
Yeah, you're gonna be set on those for a while.
Book, kind of online book, basically.
I've also watched most of Berserker already.
Berserk?
Yeah, because Ron was super into Mason.
Oh, I got you.
I watched a shit ton of that with him and Twin Heart.
That's sick. So I just binged, speaking of binging, I just binged like the first 17 episodes of Kimetsu, and I was like, why did I not pick this up before?
Kometsu.
Kimetsu. Trent, how you liking it? I saw a couple videos.
Yeah, I got hit with copyright strikes, so they're not up anymore. But
oh shit.
Nah, bro, I don't really like it. I mean, I do, but I don't right now. Like,
do they copyright strike you if you even play clips?
What'd you say?
Do they copyright strike you if you even play clips?
Depends on the anime. Like right now, I do this show called Run with the Wind, and I have had no problems with it so far. So some you can get hit with. You always have to have them like small, like you have to like
disclaimer.
Edit. Not even disclaimer. Well, yeah, that too. But like you got to cut in and out, so you can only have a few seconds per like. So if I'm doing an episode reaction, it could only be like a few seconds at a time, and then it's like maybe like a 30-second clip and a 20-second clip, and you know what I'm saying? Put pieces.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I haven't had any problems with this one. But yeah, some of them you can't even like do. They won't even it won't even come up once you upload it.
Yeah.
It'll automatically be blocked.
What's that ring on your middle finger there?
Oh, it's a $50.
Okay, just making sure it's not a pure ring.
No, it's just a $50. How do you deal with copyright strikes? Like, what do you do? Like, I'm so small, I don't have one. You just get fucked or what?
Yeah, basically, you either try to appeal them or you get fucked. I basically got fucked.
That's wild.
I got hit with 2 in the same video. I edited the part that it said that it got hit on, and they hit me on a different part after that.
Oh, so it didn't give you like the full parts where it said like you could be hit for this too. You just that's shitty.
Yeah. So I had 2 right off the bat.
Oh shit, right. I think I found it.
Damn, that's crazy.
But mine are clear now. It actually got clear this month, but I was toting the line there for a second. You know who it is. I just accidentally started one of my videos.
Oh, you're kidding. Do you how long do those last, really? Like a month?
Yeah, about
roughly.
Yeah.
Because that's why Brago switched over to BDA, right? Because he got hit with a ton on Brago.
Yeah, he had a whole, I think he's had that channel for a while. I think that was for the main purpose to have a backup channel, but a few people have backup channels.
Yeah.
I really need to make one, but I'm barely beyond this motherfucker, so.
No, I feel it. What are you at now? 806, something like that?
Yeah, 803.
803. Let's get you to 1,000 by the end of August.
That'd be crazy, but
that's the goal.
I would say I'm really more shooting for the year, but yeah, August would be nuts.
No, because like beginning of the year, right? You were at like what, 300 or something?
The beginning of this year, I really don't know, bro. I truly don't know.
Because I remember because we've been chatting it up for a while. Like, I want to say like maybe almost a year. You know what I mean, right? Like here and there, like said, hey, what's up? Like talk to you in streams on somewhere, right? But like I remember you had, what video was it? It was
in April. I just hit 5, so you might be right. It might be like I might have been at like 3 or 4.
Yeah, because I remember you being like relatively smaller and being on like Brago streams or like chatting it up with Laz and like all of those cats.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, who's this guy? And then I subbed to you and then I figured out everything. And I was like, oh, he's like relatively small, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, here's this, here's that. What's up, dude? Here's that. And then you went from like 400 to 5 to 8 in like 4 months. And I was like, he's doing good shit.
Yeah, I don't know really. I think a lot of it was the Run with the Wind reactions.
Yeah,
because that's what the bulk of my like views were coming from. I mean, of course, I got a little bit more when I had the content from LA.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the consistency of the Run with the Wind. Well, I'm not really that consistent now, but during that time, I think it really kind of sped it up. I don't know if you watch Lax Zone.
The recap of LA.
No. The AO Lax Zone is his channel.
Oh no.
But yeah, he does live reactions, and he just kind of inspired me to start doing some because him and one of my other friends, Double Dragon, they kind of do live reactions too, and it's just kind of like cool to see people's feedback on and recommendations from anime, and I kind of feel like I don't know, it brings another angle to it because chapters kind of get especially once you're already in this community, it's like you kind of gotta. I feel like you gotta switch it up because I don't want to be I don't have the time to do a whole bunch of just video with voiceovers with anime clips. You know what I'm saying? And just like editing live reactions is enough time. That should take long enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd rather just make the raw videos. So I just try to find something different and mix a lot of shit together.
I feel that. What else are you trying to get into that's new and coming up?
As far as just
anime, mangas, whatever.
I would say really I really for sure need to catch up on Kingdom eventually.
I got to start that honestly.
That manga is hard, bro. That manga is hard, but it just there's an arc where it gets kind of long in text, and I was just like, I just was working like a different job at a time, and like I just kind of fell off. But other than that, like weekly, man, I just keep up with Solo Leveling. I keep up with One Piece.
Yeah.
Promise Neverland and My Hero, and then I'm probably gonna start Unordinary. It's another webtoon that Hemmings be on.
Yeah. Lolita's Empire.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna try to test that out and see what it's about.
No, I feel that because like where I'm at too is because my main focus is One Piece. That's why literally every video that I have is One Piece, aside from like the self-awareness Sundays or the whatever. I think I have like one more, like the 50-minute rant. That's when I was testing out my new computer that I built. Like everything else is One Piece because like that's what I like and that's what I love the most. It's a spec lowdown is a Ryzen 7 1700X.
Yeah.
There's a
That's what I have in my desktop too at home.
B450 motherboard, a 1080 not Ti, and then everything else is pretty standard. That's it.
I did an i7 with the Ryzen, that same card you have, and then I don't have any Ti card in there. I only have one card, but I've got fucking 32 gigs of RAM and all SSD HD.
Yeah,
and then for my laptop, I'm running an XPS, which has a 1050 Ti.
Yeah, so the 1080 is just the graphics card. I got 64 gigs. I have 2 terabytes of hard drive, 1 terabyte of SSD, and then I have an M.2.E.
Are you gaming at all?
I play like LOL a little bit. That's it.
Wait, what's your LOL username?
Should be like Grinder or something. Just Grinder. That's my nickname, by the way.
YDUR. Well, I'm gonna add you because I play a lot of League.
Gotcha. And then so like getting back to like just the whole like One Piece channel stuff, like I feel you on like content because it's like as much as I love this series, like I don't have the expansive mind yet because for the longest time I was just a casual and like I watched it when I was like growing up and then I forgot about it for a ton of years. And then I picked it back up in like 2016, watched from, I think, Marineford to the latest episode, which was like just Rosa at the time. And I was like, yo, this shit is fire. So then I was like, I know there's more. And then I caught up to the manga within like 3 months. And I've been watching people's videos for, I want to say like close to 2.5 years now. Like just like King of Lightning, Roger, like all the super big ones without realizing like who the little dudes were. And then like even watching after like all of those videos and stuff and getting like all of my ideas just to even start the YouTube channel. Once I started making like the first 4 or 5 videos, I was like, I got to put like more time and effort into this. But even where I'm at now, I'm like, I only have so many ideas if they haven't been stated by somebody else already. Because I was chatting it up with Brago and my Hawkins video that I just uploaded like a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
I like bounced tons of ideas off of him, and he was like, "Oh, this is what I think too." Blah 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 blah. And we're just like chatting up, talking about the like chapter and like some Hawkins dialogue. And I was like, "Fuck, dude! Like, if he's already thought of this, like, probably 10 other people have thought of this, right?" And so like I got my ideas out, like put the video out and stuff. And I think there's like 3 Hawkins videos so far. And it's like you get to a point where it's like you want to be so creative and so outside of the box. But then you have like this realistic limitation or like expectation that like you're not quite there yet. So you do your best to get there. But then it's like you see like this almost like cloud above you, like when you're trying to get up there. And I was like thinking about it the other day and I was like, I should probably do some more stuff too. And so what I want to do for my channel, because like we both work out and stuff and like anime and mangas are all about like power levels and power scaling, all this type of stuff, is I want to do a like video series where I just break like consistently like heavier or larger objects with my legs in hopes of getting to the world record one day of breaking the most watermelons in under a minute.
What's the world record?
It's like, I think 14 right now, watermelons in a minute. And that's like a fitness goal too. That's like, I just want to get a fucking massive set of legs so I can like break tons of watermelons.
Take a peek at that picture I just linked your ass.
What's that?
Take a picture of that link I just put in the
chat.
chat.
Oh man, I don't have Facebook
I think
anymore.
I think you should go for it though, bro. Like,
No, I think you should too.
See, like that's the thing though. It's like it's one of those things where it's like, who the fuck is training to break watermelons with their legs for a world record? But it's like it's something I could add to the channel.
It doesn't have to be like, you could show your lifting
Who
program.
cares if what other people are going for?
You can show your
beneficial. You've always been a unique flower there.
Been trying. Trent, what were you saying? Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying you could just kind of vlog your whole lifting experience and add your vlog in that, and that could just be a test that you do, whenever you do it every other, I don't know how often you practice, but you got to upload a video with that like every month or so to kind of see, show your progression alongside your progression with, like you were talking about earlier, your bench, your other shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, because like the other thing too is like my other boys who I like normally game with on PlayStation, they're like, we want to see a cantaloupe, we want to see a pineapple, and we want to see a coconut. And like the pineapple just sounds absolutely horrible because those things are spiky. And then a coconut, I feel like is literally impossible. But if I can like make a video that says training to defeat the coconut, by the end of the year, I can smash a coconut with my legs. I feel like that'd be a hit.
Oh, that'd be a hit.
Yeah, that actually would.
I would post that shit.
Yeah.
And I very rarely post some shit.
Get it out there for the world record. Man breaks 2 bones in his legs, breaking 1 coconut.
Well, anything for Raz.
I think the freaking the pineapple video will be really that'll be a hit.
Unless Ranger posts one immediately after where he breaks 2 pineapples in one go.
Nah,
I mean, he looks stronger than you. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know.
He looks a little strong. His girlfriend looks stronger than him. He definitely looks strong.
That's true.
I'm worried about what it's gonna do to your skin for real.
I don't know. Lube it up a little bit. I mean, like put some cloth in there.
Yeah.
Can't be too bad.
No, the watermelon won't fuck up your skin, but a pineapple might.
Yeah, big time. Well, I think this was sick. I appreciate the both of you, Trent and Matt. I might call it just because I'm super hungry. We got some shit done. First stream was a success.
I just wanted to chat with you. It's been a while.
I know. Thank you, Trent, for coming out. Thank you.
Good to meet you, Trent.
Good to meet you, man.
Trent, if you want to plug anything for the 30 people who are going to watch this, you can plug your stuff now.
Trent Money was good. Hit me up. Other than that, like the video, like the stream. Peace.
I appreciate you. Matt, if you want to plug out any connections that you have, go for it.
I'm done with that shit, brother. I work in a corporate world.
All right. If you want to plug out the corporate world, here's your chance.
Nothing. All right. It was good to talk to you, man. I missed you.
Love the both of you. You guys have wonderful evenings.
You too, brother.
Peace.
Peace.
You too, Trent.
Take it easy, man.